What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Wednesday.
Woo.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Giddy on up because it's Macy's 96th Annual Thanksgiving Day Parade from New York City, airing live on NBC and streaming on Peacock, 8:30 a.m. to 12 noon in all time zones. One of
the best
times of the year is waking up Thanksgiving morning. Maybe you smell a little cornbread cooking throughout the house. It's early morning and you put on that Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. It's that warm feeling. Then Santa Claus closes it out and it's almost time for Christmas. And there's just something,
the big floats.
There's just something magical about seeing those floats
Go
through the city, the whole thing. And big news this year, Fran. Big freaking news. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Somebody's making their debut at the parade.
Who?
Minnie Mouse.
What?
Yes.
Minnie
Mouse.
She's never been?
Minnie Mouse has never been. Makes her big parade debut.
Wow. It's always been Mickey solo?
It's always been Mickey.
Well, it's about time. It's about time for Minnie,
steps up there and gets some shine.
That's so exciting.
Yeah, so you can learn more at Macy's.com/parade and make sure you watch that parade. It gets the Thanksgiving Day started.
Seriously.
And maybe you don't.
That's always a tune in. Must watch.
Always. And maybe you don't have any plans for Thanksgiving. Maybe you're spending Thanksgiving alone. Turn on the parade.
Yeah.
Turn on the parade. Why not? Get your day started.
It does make you feel warm.
Warm and fuzzy.
Mm-hmm.
So how we feeling? It's Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Tuesday. Uh-huh.
Well, it's Wednesday
Tuesday.
for everybody listening.
Oh. It's Wednesday. Yeah. It's Wednesday. Uh-huh. It's hump day. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Getting sexual with it.
Hump day.
Hump day.
Those were the days.
You clean your ring?
Did I clean my ring?
Yeah, I'm asking if you did.
No.
Oh, it's sparkling. It's got a good sparkle.
Oh my God.
I noticed from my chair. I said, oh, maybe she cleaned it.
No, I didn't. Thank you.
It's extra sparkly. Looks extra sparkly today.
Thank you. I was actually thinking to myself that I had to clean it soon.
Yeah. No,
so
it's extra sparkly.
Maybe I don't actually.
It looks great.
With the emerald cut, they honestly get dirty quicker than other diamonds.
Yeah.
I've been told and I've noticed. Like, I do clean it more frequently than I think other people clean theirs, because the emerald, if it gets a little blurry, then you can't see the dimension. Yeah, you know. So I make sure this thing's pretty clean, but I didn't clean it.
Well, I know. I thought I saw an extra sparkle today.
Oh my God! Well, thank you. Maybe it's just the sparkle in my body.
Yeah, maybe.
When people used to yell "Hump Day," that was like prime, like, you know. I don't even.
Yeah,
know
it was.
I don't even know what I'm saying. It was prime of. But it was like
it was a Geico commercial, right?
It was just like when people had like a lust for life. When it was like, they were like, hump day, you know?
And we're still doing it.
We are.
We're still doing it all these years. Well, because we still, we have those Wednesday really is hump day.
It really is.
It's a perfect way to describe it.
It is. So how you feeling on
Oh,
this
honestly
beautiful
terrible.
Hump day? Oh.
Honestly terrible. I already told you. I had a terrible morning. Mm-hmm. And I will take 2 seconds to vent about it, because it was...
Take more than that, honey.
My God. I've said it on the podcast. My washer dryer broken, right?
Yes. Not to be confused with my dryer.
Yeah.
Let's clarify here.
Your dryer sucks.
My dryer more than sucks.
Yeah.
Yours is broken.
My dryer worked just fine. My washing machine was stuck on hot. And I couldn't. The knob was broken. The machine unit was too old, so we couldn't even get a new part for it. It was like, had to replace the whole thing. Okay, fine. This was like a month ago at this point. We'd probably get a new unit 3 weeks ago. They have rescheduled the delivery 3 or 4 times, like the day before, saying, oh, sorry, have to move the delivery. It's been weeks. Finally, they say they're coming today. They give me a window, 7:30 to 11:30. Okay, I'm up, I'm ready, I'm waiting for them to show up. Mm-hmm. They get there at 12:15. They come in, rude as can be.
What kind of demeanor? Like, act
just
it out
like
for me.
they were already behind schedule, and I was an inconvenience to them.
Let's act it out. I'm you, you're them.
I can't even act it out. I really can't.
I'll open the door.
I was like,
wait, I'm opening the door. Good morning. Thank you guys for coming.
Is it in here? In this bathroom? Oh, yeah, it's right. Yeah.
Oh, that's my part.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's right in here. So I'm sorry.
Okay, let me measure quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Walked out the door.
And he just leaves?
Left. They just left. Then he walked out the door. Everything was fine, but then they had to take off my washer dryer is in a bathroom in my front hallway. It's not a full bath, it's half bath. And
bath,
it's
half
in
bath.
it's in a closet. So there's a door. So they had to completely take the door off to get the old unit out. So they take the door off. It's a pretty tall, heavy door. They take the door off. And they're like midway through the process, and the guy says that he goes, "Let me see the invoice. You didn't order the water hose." What do you mean I didn't order the water hose?
What do you mean?
What? That doesn't come with it?
What water hose are you talking about, sir?
To connect the washing machine to the water line. And I don't know what happened, but allegedly the first survey, they thought they didn't need a new water hose, but when this guy came in to install it, he was like, "Oh, can't use the old one, need a new one."
Second survey.
So once he realized that was a situation, he was ready to walk right out the door and like leave the new unit in the middle of my apartment, like just in the middle of my apartment, take out the old one. And of course, like, it's a washer dryer. It's in a closet. I can't clean underneath the washing machine. It's a stacked unit. So I can't clean underneath it. Mm-hmm. So when God knows the last time somebody got under there, probably when the first unit was installed. Mm-hmm. So when they took it out, like, I will say, it was gross.
Dusty and musty.
Gross. And they grabbed some paper towels and they were wiping stuff down because they were pulling out the old unit. Once they pulled out the old unit, they left all the paper towels on the ground in the bathroom. They said, "We can't install the rest of this. We have to come back. We don't have the hose." I was halfway out the door. I said, "Oh, is it something that I can get? Like, there's a Home Depot around the corner from my apartment." I was like, "Is it something that I can just grab? I can be back in 10 minutes, literally." Mm-hmm. "Oh, no, nope, not. We're late. We're not on schedule. We can't do that." The amount of time that they stayed in my apartment still, I could have gone and come back.
You would have been back with the hose.
And they moved the door in front of my refrigerator. They were leaning the door against my refrigerator because they had to bring the new unit in. And I was like, "Okay, could you just maybe move the new unit, like, at least into the bathroom?" Like, he was like, "Oh, well, we don't want to put it all the way in the closet." I'm like, "Okay, that's fine, but at least just move it into the bathroom." And I said, "Could you please also move the door for my refrigerator?" It was on top of I couldn't have my refrigerator.
Yeah. Scuffing up your
The
refrigerator.
way this guy looked like I had 10 heads. He literally almost laughed in my face. Like, he like rolled his eyes at me. Like, I was like,
ugh.
Yeah, like, kind of like gave me a smirk. I was like, ugh. I was like, what the
classic little girl can't move the door.
It's a giant door that weighs so much. Whatever. And now I just have a new unit sitting in my bathroom, not attached to anything, and they claim they'll come back, but
you know what? I'd be pissed off as well.
No, they were just, I'm not doing a good job of like really explaining just how condescending they were, where it just like made me feel stupid.
It's a tone
I really
thing.
didn't like it. They left, and then I was like sad for like 20 minutes sitting in my apartment alone because they were just like, I felt like they knew that they could walk all over me and just move on and leave and get on to their next job and not have to finish what they needed to finish. And that's exactly what they did.
Yeah.
So then I was like, oh, that I feel defeated. That sucks.
Yeah, they treated you like a dumb little girl.
Yeah, and then they just
You
left.
should have just been like a real raging bitch.
I should have, and I didn't. I was like, okay, thanks.
You
He was
should have
like,
been
we'll
like-
come back tomorrow. I was like, sure you will. It took you 3 weeks to get here in the first place.
And because you're also like, if you're alone there, you're like, I don't want to be too mean. What if they like get mad? You know what I mean?
No,
And
it's
a whole thing.
it's uncomfortable. It's two guys and just me, and I was like, okay.
Right. Damn, I'm sorry about that.
It was tough.
I'd be pissed off.
I know. And so now I need a hose.
You gotta get that hose
Gotta get the hose. And hopefully they come back.
and pray that they make their way back.
Yeah.
Truthfully.
Yep, I know.
Pray that they make their way
I
back.
know.
Well, I hope it works
What a
out.
saga. I mean, it's been broken for months.
I can't believe this is still going on.
I know.
Wait, speaking of laundry, I forgot to tell you big news, guys.
What?
I'm doing my own laundry now.
Oh my! I'm so
I just-
happy for you.
I just want to call back to Fran said Noah will have someone doing his laundry forever.
She said
on the
that?
pod when I talked about like folding or something. I remember Fran being
He's
like,
got quite a vivid memory. This guy.
"Oh, I do."
I mean, this was a long time ago. This was when you were talking about how you didn't know how to fold.
This was in
no,
March
when I
or
proved that I
April.
did know how to fold.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
Never forget.
Yeah, big news.
Well, that's lovely. How
It's
do you
kind
like
of-
it?
I liked having control over it because I stain a lot of my clothes, so now I can really treat them the way they should be treated.
That's very nice.
Congratulations on this
Yeah.
massive monument at 29
it's-
years old.
It's not in my apartment to be clear. Like I go down to the basement.
Damn grungy.
Yeah, it is.
So you've had washer dryers in your basement of your building,
yeah, but
and you've just sent out your laundry.
yeah, because I just was lazy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
Okay.
that's it.
So happy for you,
If
Noah.
you can afford to do it, then do it. You know
It's
what I
No,
mean?
but I
cheaper this
actually
way.
do understand. It's
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's cheaper
yeah,
this way.
yeah.
But if you were doing it that way, and
yeah.
it didn't hurt your life.
I
then
hope
go
those
for it.
people are like, where did he go? Like the ones who were
They're
doing my
yearning
laundry.
for you back.
They're you've moved on.
At the
They're
end
like,
of one
wow,
year,
he's grown up. He's
My laundromat
doing his
gave me a
own
bottle
laundry.
of wine for Christmas.
That's beautiful.
That's
Yeah.
so nice.
You spent a lot of time there, huh?
Yeah,
Brought a lot of laundry over there,
No,
huh?
like-
Well,
They-
that's a good sign, though. It means you're doing your laundry.
yeah.
Or you're getting your laundry
No,
done.
I'm
you're
really
cleaning
like
your clothes.
OCD about like I don't want to be wearing like stained clothes or dirty.
Oh.
clothes.
Well, now
I
you
feel
know
ya.
because it's like when you do stain something, you know exactly where it is and you
Yeah.
can take care
And
of
I
it.
have
Because
the
when you send your
Oxy,
laundry to
whatever.
a place,
Yeah.
like you're not totally sure they'll get the stain out. They might not
they
even
don't
see the stain.
They don't.
But
And they'll
you
charge
will.
you. They'll charge you for the extra stain, whatever. Anyway.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And Noah Ives will get that stain out.
I'll put it through the washer like 30 times if I have to.
Yeah, he'll fucking show you.
He got some OxyClean. He's
Yeah,
ready to work.
He's ready to go. He's getting those stains fucking
He's
out.
ready to work.
Good for you, Noah. Good for you. We're going to Buffalo, and I put up on my story, we want to do a wing tour. We want to do a wing tour.
Paul, I am speechless. I'm
I.
speechless.
So am I.
A wang tour? You almost said a wang tour. A wang tour.
Like,
A wang tour.
like it was something like I was. If I said with confidence, it would have came out better. But
I think you kind of said it with confidence.
I wasn't confident halfway through coming out, and I kind of
you
changed
lost
my.
it through tour. But you hit the wang. You went wang
I
tour.
went wang, and then I lost my confidence and went tour.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna peel it back, and I want to go on a wing tour.
Yep.
A wing tour.
We want to eat a lot of wings.
I want to eat a lot of wings.
a lot of
wings.
Yep.
And so I put it on my story. Sorry, I'm still flabbergasted. That
So am I. So am I. We don't have to start this whole thing over.
Wang tour. I'm trying to go on a wang. I'm trying to go on a wang tour. That's like not natural at all.
No.
Did
I
not
don't know where
flow
that came from.
deep inside.
But
I
you are
guess.
you getting a lot of recommendations sent
Yes,
to you?
and I do want to say something. I'm being very judgmental towards people, even though I've never been. Here's the thing. There's a lot of people suggesting this place called Barbill, which is apparently the best wings. That's like the number one place people have suggested. Then there's a lot of people saying Duff's and Anchor.
Okay.
Okay? But the same group of people that are saying Duff's and Anchor are saying both of those together. And the Barbill people are saying, do not listen to the people that are saying Duff's or Anchor.
Okay.
So
Okay, interesting.
So now, and like I'm getting so many about Barbill being like, this is the place. If you are truly from Buffalo, Barbill is the place. The other places are Fugazi. You don't want to go there.
Okay.
I'm now judging the people that are suggesting Duff's and Anchor to me.
Right.
Meanwhile, I know nothing about the wing places.
Duff's has a way bigger following on social. I wonder if
I think
maybe Barbill is more unknown.
Or maybe because Duff's is like a
But
tourist place.
I don't think it's unknown.
No, it's not
because
unknown.
it's
Not
being
unknown,
sent
but like,
of time.
yeah,
But
I think it's like maybe more touristy versus
maybe,
local. You
right?
know?
Maybe it's more touristy. And now I'm offhand judging the people that are suggesting
Yeah.
Duff's or Anchor to me. Meanwhile, I've never been to any of them, so I'm like, who am I?
Yeah.
Who is
well,
we?
Well, you're just getting yourself
Who is
into
me?
it. Like nothing is more heated when it comes to a city's whatever the city, like the food that they are known for. When there are multiple places, nothing gets more heated. Like the argument people get so passionate. It's such a
Philly
it's such a
cheesesteaks.
hot topic. Yeah, exactly. Like it's just like, and everyone's got their favorite. And when people are so strong about it, it makes me want to try them all so much more.
Right. I think we need to go to Bar-Bill and Duff's.
Yeah.
Because
Are you
they
leaving
have,
out Anchor?
Back to back.
and I mean we can't. I don't know if we have time for 3.
Oh, maybe for lunch.
Maybe, but no, we're going to Niagara Falls.
Yeah, but on the way back.
You're right. We got to hit some wangs on the way back.
Yeah.
If I say wangs one more time,
I'm ignoring you
execute
now,
me.
honestly. I'm just ignoring
Crucify
it.
me. Put me on the cross to get me out of here.
I'm ignoring it. Yep.
because it's out of control. I'm just like, who am I to judge? You know, like, let me take my judgment pants
Which is
off.
why exactly. Which is why we
I'm
gotta
like,
go.
and every time I get these messages, I'm like, pfft, who do they think I am suggesting Duff's to me? I'm a Bar-Bill gal.
Yeah,
I've never
right,
been
right.
to Bar-Bill, but I've just now placed myself into the Bar-Bill Academy.
Yeah.
That's where I think I
What
belong.
name do you like better? Just strictly name.
Bar-Bill.
It has Bill.
Yeah, Buffalo Bills. Duff. You want to know why I'm not into Duff's? Because there was a very popular place in Florida called Duffy's. I'm pretty sure. I say with not a lot of confidence.
Duffy's is still a
Sports
thing.
Girl. Okay, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And to me, I just think of Duffy's and Duff's and Duffy's. I'm like, that's too similar to me. Bar-Bill.
I mean, I think Duff's is just an incredibly popular bar name to begin with. No,
right, but like for me, Bar-Bill, I'm like, B Buffalo.
B. Yep.
Buffalo
Buffalo
wings.
Bar Bill.
And they keep talking
wings.
about this Cajun honey butter barbecue
Ooh.
wing. And I said, I'm going to do some dirty things
Yeah.
at that table if that comes out. If those are the wings that hit the table.
That sounds amazing, but I also want like
Classic Buffalo
I
wings.
want buffalo wings.
We're going to get those
you
from
know?
Bar, but we're going to get all kinds.
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah.
just,
You
we're
guys
not
like
even going to
spicy?
get one kind.
Like you like a
I don't want a hot wing, but
You
I
don't
can
want
do
hot.
I can do a buffalo wing.
yeah. But I mean, they usually have like
Levels. I'm more of a mild / medium gal.
Yeah.
Hot is always too hot for me. So it's just hot. Like
Yeah, I'm ready.
to me, hot is like all you're doing is your taste buds are on fire.
I'm ready for whatever wings come our way.
Remember the wing challenge you guys did?
We did years
Oh.
and years,
Buffalo
and years
Wild
ago.
Wings?
That was
You guys were crying.
That was
one of the most painful things we've ever done.
2018.
They brought in Buffalo Wild Wings for an ad, and it was like they wanted us to have a competition on who could eat the most wings with their. I still have the T-shirt that says we did it, but we didn't do it.
We didn't.
With like their hottest sauce, like their crazy level sauce. The two of us each took one bite of a wing, and I had to almost be carried out. Like
Yeah,
it was
like I'm gonna throw
was
up. Like that.
terrible.
It was bad.
We were crying.
It was.
Can we re-release that video?
We were, oh
No.
my God, it was so.
No.
And the guy who was there, remember, he was like, keep going, you got
Yeah.
this. I was like, I will not be taking another bite of a wing. Are you kidding me?
No, we did not have it. We did not have it. We didn't have it at all.
I was ill for a while after that.
Yeah. Good thing this is no competition tonight.
No, thank God.
I mean
but
tomorrow.
My
whatever
Lord.
day it is.
That was painful. That was painful.
This won't be painful. This will be an enjoyable experience that I'm very happy
Which
for.
makes me think of like, how do you think you would do doing hot wings?
hot ones.
Yes, hot ones. Hot wings. Hot wings on hot ones.
I like spicy things, but I'm not too spicy. Like
yeah.
I would tap out at some point. Like
Yeah.
at some point I'd be crying, begging for the milk,
Yeah.
begging for my mommy.
Right.
You know, like
I
I
think you would keep going. I mean, you have to keep going. though.
you have to keep
finish.
going, but I would just like do like a tongue touch to be like,
yeah,
good
it'd be
enough,
just terrible.
because this is getting too
Yeah.
much for me.
Yeah.
It just becomes a point where it's like detrimental to your life.
Right.
You know, it's like this is ruining my day and my week now. Like I can't gather my taste buds back, and now all my meals for the next couple of days are gonna be fucked up.
Right. I don't know how he does that, Sean Evans. He just eats them so much.
Quite the buds on him.
must have quite the stomach at this
Yeah,
point.
Sean Evans, buds
He likes
of
them
steel.
spicy.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Well, I'm really excited for our trip, and I'm really excited to go to Niagara Falls for the first time.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to get a poncho and like, you know, sit there and like smile with all you guys and be like, hey, we're at Niagara Falls. You know, that whole thing.
Yeah.
Like tourism.
It'll be
Niagara
lovely.
Falls tourism.
That whole thing, tourism.
Just be a spokesperson for the falls.
Yeah, I want to engage in some classic tourism.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I plan on doing. So catch me there or catch me not
Gonna
there.
get in one of those barrels.
What barrel?
No.
No. Like not gonna go in the water, but like they have the barrels like by the
Are you
rails
posing?
that you just like stand.
Oh,
in them.
you can pose.
Oh.
Sure.
Yeah.
Duh.
The way you framed that was like
Yeah,
you
we'll
gotta
throw you over.
you gonna jump in.
Let me make something
Apparently, it's
incredibly
a cool boat ride.
Let me make something incredibly clear
Yeah.
to you. If there is a
Made
station
in the mist. Is that
from-
not what it's called?
if there's a station for me to be posing at, I'm there. If it's like put your arms through the holes and act like you're getting your head chopped off, I'm there. If it's like act like you're in front of Niagara Falls, but it's not really Niagara Falls, I'm there. I am a tourist Wednesday and Thursday.
You've seen Fever Pitch, right? The
Made
movie?
of the
Fever
made of the
pitch.
mist.
Remember when they went?
Why did you just say it like that?
I said
You
it
said-
completely normally.
You said fever pitch.
Fever Pitch.
Why are you saying it like
That's
that?
the name of the movie. Fever Pitch.
Fever pitch.
Fever Pitch.
No, why do you keep saying like that? Do you hear the way he's saying it?
Fever pitch.
Fever Pitch.
Fever pitch.
I think that's. Have you seen the movie Fever Pitch?
Better.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
Originally, the first time you said it, I've never seen the movie Fever Pitch.
Fever pitch.
There's a scene in it where they're at Niagara Falls and Jimmy Fallon's like in the barrel.
Have you ever?
Yeah, I mean,
have you ever
we
seen the
just
movie
made a
Fever
lot of Bruce Almighty references that you did not get
Yeah,
because you
true.
haven't seen the movie. So you just picked a different movie to try.
Pitch? He picked Fever Pitch.
that he was a part of.
Fever Pitch.
Um,
Josh Safdie.
oh, guys, we actually just missed the Maid of the Mist last voyage of the season.
Wait, it's like over for this. Why don't they do it now?
Because it's fucking
Freezing.
cold,
It's not even
guys.
that cold in Buffalo. I checked.
No, but it's like it's a seasonal thing. You don't be on the water getting you'll freeze.
Wear your ponchos.
The Maid of the Mist
Wear your
online ticket
parkas.
sales are closed for the 2024 season. Our last day of operation was Sunday, November 3rd. Check back in January of 2025 to purchase tickets for our 2025 season.
Fuck.
So they're closed for the season.
All right. Well, we'll still get to stand in front of the falls and take pictures and,
Yep.
get sprinkled on and, feel the energy of Niagara Falls. What I really want to do is capture the essence of the falls.
Yeah.
I've never been.
I know.
Excuse me for being excited.
No, it'll be great. It'll be great. I'm a little nervous about going at this time of year. I'm not gonna lie.
To the falls?
Yes,
Bundle up, sweetheart.
I've been in the summer, and even in this, like it's you get a chill even in the summer.
Guys.
It's powerful.
It's going to be hilarious.
It'll be great. It'll be a group activity, and
It'll be my first time in
I think
Canada.
there's some casinos
Same.
on the Canadian side.
Oh my God, we're going to Canada.
yeah. You've
Hey.
never been to Canada?
I've never been.
No, I've never been to Canada, eh?
Hey, you've never been to Canada?
I've never been.
I've never been to Canada.
I went to Syracuse.
What about
so
you
it's
two? Have you
close.
guys been to Canada? Yes. Okay.
Oh, just me and you,
Wow.
brother.
You two, just you two, Canadian newbies over
Oh
here.
my God. Air 5.
You'll cross that border. I did one of the most ridiculous trips ever, and it was my sophomore year of college.
We're going to Canada.
And we took a bus from, it was called Snow Jam.
That's sick.
And it was honestly, yes.
Snow
but
Jam
it
sounds
was
fucking
called
epic.
Snow Jam, and it was like a winter, it was like a holiday break. I don't know, it was either like President's Day weekend or like MLK weekend, like a long weekend. And it was all kids from all different schools, and like different schools organized transportation. And we went to Mont Tremblant, which is like beautiful. I don't even fucking ski. I didn't ski even when I was there. But it was like we were all 19, so everyone was like, "Oh, go to the bars and everything is there." And we took a bus from DC to Mont Tremblant.
Oh my God, how many hours?
Oh my God, 12! Like it was like so.
Oh, I was expecting way longer
honestly, I
than
think
12.
it may have been more.
12 is long.
I was expecting way longer than 12.
No, actually, I think it was probably somewhere around.
I would have guessed like 20.
I don't think it took us a full day,
Probably stopped.
but it was shocking to go that far and not like we hit a rest stop every once in a while, but just like all the way through, it was far. But it was that was a very interesting trip.
Snow
But
Jam
they had like
fucking rocks.
Yeah, like it was like they had these parties in the bars, and then everybody skied during the day, and then they would do they did one big party up at the top of the mountain,
I'm going to get
which was a hell of a time.
That sounds like a fucking blast.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get Canadian flags and like a hat and everything. I'm gonna
Monty?
come back.
Little Monty?
When I get back in the car
Yeah.
to go back to Buffalo, I promise you I'll be decked out in Niagara Falls gear and Canada. Like
Bring it onto
anything.
stage with you. Welcome Maria onto stage with just a ton of
Oh,
Canadian memorabilia.
Yeah, I'm gonna just like really go all out there. I'm very excited. Well, anyways, I hope you guys are excited
What
too.
part of Canada is that? Like when you at Niagara Falls, like what part of Canada?
What's the name of the town?
Or like where are we close to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it closest?
We're going to Ontario.
Close-ish to Quebec, maybe? Closer to Toronto? That makes sense. Honestly, being in Detroit was one of the first times I really looked at a map of like Lake Erie and was like, wow, this is all, it's right on the other side.
Yeah,
It's right on the other side.
It's near Ontario. Sick. I'm going to pack my passport. I cannot forget.
Yeah.
We cannot forget to
everyone
pack our
remind
passports.
tonight.
Yep.
We all have to set that reminder. Pack your passports because we're going to fucking Canada, baby. All right, let's move on to the topics now. Okay, let's get into the topics. We're going to be talking about the Wicked sing-alongs. Looks like they stole little Franny's idea, and yet no pay cut for her. That's some bullshit. There's some rumors about Pete Davidson and Maria Georgas dating. Who knows about that?
Squashed it.
Dave Coulier was unfortunately very sadly diagnosed with cancer. But on top of that, John Stamos took some pictures with Dave wearing a bald cap. People are very upset about it. We'll talk about it. Paul Mescal and Gracie Abrams. Paul Mescal. I can't do it anymore.
You lost it. You lost it.
Fuck.
Paul Mescal.
Mescal.
Paul Mescal.
Paul Mescal and Gracie Abrams. Spotted at the Gladiator premiere. Potentially still dating, probably.
Yes.
Paul Mescal. And Kim Kardashian has been flaunting her Tesla robots all over the internet. I have some dark things to say about that. And we'll get into the pop corner, take some voicemails. By the way, call in with some spicy hot takes, opinions. We're trying to keep it mostly pop culture, but if you have any, questions that are not pop culture related,
we may have to mix it up.
We may have to mix it up because we realize that just doing pop culture, sometimes people aren't going to come with the hottest takes, and we want to get into it. We want to have a little juicy segment, but sometimes it's not so juicy when people don't have the hottest opinions about pop culture.
Yeah, I mean, it's also just like you get a lot of just repeat stuff,
Yeah,
which is super fair. And I think like people, you want to talk about what's currently going on, but we can't keep talking about it every week, if that makes sense.
Right.
Do we keep the sound effect? That's the question.
No, I think people
Everyone
gave us
fucking
strong
hated the sound effect, so I suggest you fix that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what popcorn sounds like, people.
We could workshop some sound effects.
Yeah.
We'll workshop
Maybe
it.
record something.
Yeah.
Jingle.
Oh, pop, 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 pop. Like us doing it. Or we get a bag of popcorn and record it. Could be.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the topics. It's time to make a night of it with Abercrombie. They have new party looks for every holiday event, and it's your excuse to RSVP, yes, because you have a great outfit with Abercrombie. They have dresses, skirts, denim, trousers, and going out tops that can be dressed up or down, plus sequin skirts and dresses. Gonna be rocking a sequin skirt this week, and we've been rocking sequins from Abercrombie's all for many weeks now because of the tour and all their fur coats to dress up any outfit, and it's also comfortable to go out in. They also have super soft faux fur fabric, like I talked about, and it's offered in a variety of coats and jackets, in which I have honestly a ton of. I have a ton of their faux fur coats and jackets, and I have mid-length, I have long length, I have it all from Abercrombie. They have mini, midi, and maxi skirts, everything you need for this holiday season. And Abercrombie drops new arrivals every week, so download the Abercrombie app or shop online. Shop new arrivals every week at Abercrombie, like I said, at the app or online. So big news, they announced that Wicked will be doing sing-alongs during the Christmas week, and it feels like they got that idea from a little birdie sitting to the right of me.
Yeah, I may have been the catalyst.
I think you were the catalyst, sweetheart. I don't think it's a may. I think it's a definite. I think they saw your idea because Kristen Chenoweth herself commented.
Yeah, she did.
She probably passed it along. They stole it. They gave you no credit.
Yeah. You're welcome, Universal. That's really all I have to say. No invites to any screenings or premieres. I'm going like everybody else on Sunday. But I am, I honestly though, like I am glad they are taking the idea because it is a good idea and that's why I suggested it.
It's a
Because
fantastic
I think it'll
idea.
be like, it'll be super helpful for people, and the ones that want to just belt their little hearts out when they go to the theater can do it over their Christmas break. Now, having to wait all the way to Christmas break is a while. It's a full month after the movie comes out. But
maybe
everyone will be in sing-along mode at that point, I feel like.
right. Maybe it'll be repeat offenders. Like they saw it one time, but now they want to go back and sing it.
Exactly.
I feel like that's maybe the goal.
Exactly. I mean, when High School Musical came out, they waited a while for them to put those sing-alongs on air, you know?
I will literally never forget where I was when High School Musical 2 sing along came out. I just
know.
won't forget it ever.
I know.
So that'll be the same for Wicked.
Yeah, I think it's smart and honestly something that they should do for a lot of movie musicals because people want to go in and sing. And even the concert movies that they've been doing, maybe they should do it for those too. But they'll be doing it over Christmas break, and you're welcome, Universal.
You're welcome, because the fact that you're going to take my girl's idea and not give her any credit.
Yeah. It's just the name of the game these
I don't
days,
even know what to say to
Name
that
of the
because
game.
it's like I have nothing to threaten them with.
No, right.
Besides,
we don't have the upper ground at
we
all.
don't. We're
have
not
nothing.
Universal. We're
Nope.
so it's like I could say, like I can give them like a look, like
Yeah.
how dare you? But
Mhm.
good idea. Like I'm glad
Yeah,
you're doing
yeah,
it. You know,
exactly.
can't be too much of a stickler.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
we didn't
Take it from the little people.
we didn't patent the idea.
No.
So
I
that's
gave
on
the
us.
idea for free.
You did. No copyright, nothing. It was a free idea.
I gave the idea for free.
So you're welcome.
Yep.
You're welcome. Was that from Awkward?
Awkward, yeah.
You're welcome. Moving on. There were rumors from The Sun, which every time The Sun comes out with something, you should probably know to take it with a grain of salt. But
Yep.
The Sun came out with an article that Pete Davidson is back in rehab. He's not doing well. He's really struggling. And this comes off of a little fling, a little dating situation with Maria Georgas from The Bachelor, who's actually our guest this week in Buffalo.
Yes.
Now, she's opening her mouth on Instagram story, and I'm saying, keep it for the show, but she's not listening. So she's posting it on her Instagram story, and she cleared this up. Which, by the way, it really, I guess, it went from The Sun to TikTok. Like, I don't know how much it spread besides that, but I think people on TikTok were like, wait, what? They're dating? Thought he was dating Madeline Klein.
I mean, it's like that's what always happens, though. You know, the Sun writes something, it gets picked up by the Daily Mail, and then when the Daily Mail writes it, gets picked up by Page Six. It was a Page Six headline too, saying like Pete Davidson is back in rehab.
right.
And it's after it comes, off of a fling with Maria. So, yeah, it's like even though it just came from that one spot, it's gotten posted in a lot of different places. And once TikTok gets a hold of it too, they run wild with it.
It spreads. So she posted on her story, never dated Pete, false rumor, I'm friends with his sister, case closed. Then she wrote, just spoke to his sister. He's not in rehab and has been sober for months. Can't believe this shit. It's very insulting to his recovery and my mental health. He's literally home. Yeah, I mean, it is insulting to Pete Davidson to just throw out wild rumors about how he's in rehab. He's not doing well when he's home and he's doing fine.
Been sober for months, she says.
Yes, I was confused by this statement because I don't know if she meant to write her mental health or his mental health. When she wrote, can't
Probably
believe this shit.
both.
It's very insulting to his recovery and my mental health. It's like it's insulting to his recovery and my mental health. I was like, is it insulting to him because they're insinuating that he's?
Yeah.
It's insulting to him because they're insinuating he's not doing well, but he's actually fine,
Right.
or not.
And
fine.
she
I mean,
probably just means it in a way of like, this is once you put
It's
a
a
rumor
lot.
out, you put a rumor out there like that isn't true, like that.
affects
It's
people's mental health.
100%. Because like then you have to like prove that it's wrong, but then once it's printed, there are people out there that'll just take it as truth no matter what. Like even if because she posted that on her Instagram story, I would think that some of these publications will write articles about that, but I haven't seen it so far. Like it's like right now the headlines are still from the story from The Sun,
Right.
and not that she's saying it's not true.
Right.
So.
It must be so frustrating for any public figure or celebrity, whatever. When seriously something's not true, and then people just don't want to believe it, and it's like you're saying it's not true, but people are like, but I still think it's true. It's like, well, okay, what? Just let someone say it's not true, and then if it's, you know what I mean? Like, it's just always a, well, I don't believe you game.
Yeah.
It's like, just if she's saying it's not true, then it's probably not true, because or else she wouldn't get on there and start denying it. Like Maria Georgas, she's not going to get on there and be like, I never dated Pete Davidson, if she dated Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
In my personal opinion, I think that you probably just wouldn't say anything.
You just don't say anything. Yeah. I agree.
But also, I think a lot of times people don't say anything even if stuff isn't true, because then you do this and then people still don't believe you. So it's kind of like a lose-lose situation. Like, you could really never win with the internet once they believe something. But yeah, this was a random story. It really came out of nowhere. It wasn't even like any pictures of them came out. Like, it was just like a random article, like, because she and Pete Davidson's sister like each other's posts. So
weird.
That must mean you're dating Pete Davidson.
Yeah. Stretch.
Yeah, it really took it just like all of a sudden Maria Georgas was dating Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
Which when I originally saw the story, I was like, makes sense. Like, I believed it. And then obviously she clarified that that's not true. But yeah, Pete Davidson, he was just recently, he made a little
It wouldn't be a
appearance on-
shocking couple, but yeah.
Wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why that's why when I saw it, I thought, maybe they're running around New York City, like, could be possible to me. He was just on SNL recently, but not the case, apparently. Not the case. Talking about another couple, Gracie Abrams.
Paul
Mescal.
We're getting there.
Paul
Mescal.
Mescal.
We're trying to, people say mezcal, like the alcohol, and he says that is not right.
It's like more like a silent, quick S.
Yeah, but
Mescal.
then when you hear him pronounce his own name, obviously it's with an Irish accent. So, Paul Mescal.
Yeah. And Gracie Abrams. At the Gladiator premiere.
What a high, I mean, obviously mega budget film in the first place, of course, Gladiator II. But the marketing, I mean, they've had quite the budget as well. It's tough because you're competing with Wicked, and I believe the projections is like Wicked's going to be the #1 movie and Gladiator 2 will be 2. But they seem to have quite the premiere in LA last night. Like, star-studded, everybody was there. Lots of like influencers and celebrities and massive carpet, and
this is going to
seem like quite the event.
This is going to sound like we were supposed to be in the video. Like Madison
No,
here.
we were not
supposed to be in the video. No, we were invited to the Gladiator event in Vegas that all the influencers were at, all the Love Island people, like da-da-da-da-da. We couldn't, you were on,
were?
Yes, and the invite came across our desk when you were on your honeymoon.
Oh,
and
shit.
It was for a weekend that we were going to LA for the Rare event, but you had to come home for a wedding. And yeah, so it really wasn't going to work. But that invite came across our desk when you were on your honeymoon.
Wow.
Yes.
I don't think I even realized that.
I think I told you, but I think it was just like,
it
wasn't
in
like
one ear out the other at that point, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what happened. But we were invited to that whole like Gladiator II event they had with all the Love Island people and all like the influencers in Vegas, that whole big thing.
Oh, that would have been fun.
Yeah. We couldn't make it.
Yeah.
Couldn't make it. Yeah.
No, but it seemed like quite the event, but you don't really see those
We were
two,
supposed to be in the video.
Yeah, you don't really see those two at many out together so much. You've seen paparazzi photos of them, but they didn't walk the carpet together, but they were photographed together inside.
Paul Mescal.
They make a handsome couple, those two.
Yeah, that is a nice couple. It makes sense in my brain.
Yeah, I know. It is nice. It is interesting that and we talked about this before, but it is always my first thought, is that he was dating Phoebe Bridgers at a time, and now Gracie Abrams. And they're just,
It seems
it's just like two
the same path.
Taylor Swift openers. Like,
Yeah. It feels like the
You know?
same.
Watch out, Sabrina.
Yeah.
yeah, hey, Barry.
Hey,
she loves an Irish guy
Irish.
too.
Yeah. Paul Mescal.
They took a picture
Very
together at
Keoghan.
the
Oh, you nailed
Yeah.
that.
They took a they took a picture together at the Governor's Awards. What's that thing?
The Governor's Awards. I don't
yeah,
actually
yeah.
know what that is, but
I don't really know either. But it's everybody goes, and it's a time. It's the Irishmen are shining. I'm excited. I actually just watched Paul on Hot Ones.
How was it?
Full circle.
How'd he do?
Yeah.
Fine. You know, it's tough. You get to the end of those wings and everybody starts to go down. I also love what Paul said about, like, he was asked about meeting the king, and he was like,
Oh, that was
yeah,
so
I'm
funny.
Irish, so like not really top of my list.
Great answer.
Super fair.
Great answer. Super fair.
It's like, yeah, I'm Irish, so thanks.
Doesn't really matter to
Doesn't
him.
really. It doesn't. He's like, I'm good with the royal family.
Doesn't tickle his fancy,
I feel like
really.
People get offended, which I totally understand. If a lot of Americans, I feel like, would just loop like all the UK together, and it's like it's very separate.
Totally.
Yes.
I think that that is a massive generalization, and it goes like so much deeper than that.
Yeah.
Right.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't care about meeting the king.
No.
And why would he?
He's like,
Nope.
he's not my king.
Nope.
Yeah, not
No.
my hashtag. Not my king.
Not my king. With Zola, you can plan your entire wedding in one convenient place. From the day you get engaged and search for the venue to the day you send out your save the dates, make your registry, and even taste your cake, Zola has literally everything you need to make the whole process super easy and actually enjoyable. There's even a 5-star app that helps you plan on the go or on your couch. Zola helps couples plan the wedding they really want with tons of unique features and personalized recommendations based on a couple's preferences. Every Zola wedding is as unique as the couple planning it. Their wedding pros are on call to walk couples from question to answer anytime. Zola is so great. It makes everything so convenient. I loved using the app. You could put everything in there. Seating arrangement, guest list, invites, thank yous, registry. It's really just the perfect way to stay organized. So start planning at Zola.com. That's ZOLA.com. Zola.com.
Moving on, Dave Coulier, who was just diagnosed with cancer. He spoke about, although it seems like hopefully it will be treatable. He talked about that. But of course, something comes from this that is not about Dave Coulier having cancer.
Right.
It, of course, the internet, loses their mind about something that he does with a friend. And that friend is John Stamos, where Dave Coulier shaved his head and John Stamos put on a bald cap and Photoshop and posed with Dave, and they posted it on Instagram, and to them it was like a funny thing. It was comforting to Dave, that's his friend, but the internet really got upset and offended by John Stamos not actually shaving his head and just putting on a bald cap for this moment.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really feel that anyone should be offended in this moment when it appears Dave is fine with it. And there's a lot of negativity on Instagram, and he wrote I'm finding we find comfort in laughter. He's my friend. We laughed about it. It was funny for him to show up at my house in a bald cap. It gave me a good laugh. And so it's just one of those things where if it wasn't something that bothered him, then it should be fine. I mean, you can say a lot of things about John Stamos. Maybe the number one thing, the man loves his hair.
And that has always been the joke in Full House.
It's Uncle Jesse in real life.
Yeah, Full House. Uncle Jesse fucking was obsessed with his hair.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many people were expecting John Stamos to shave his head, but if you're, a lifelong Full House fan, then you know that Uncle Jesse takes his hair very seriously.
Right.
And would it have been very nice?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure Dave would have really appreciated that.
But I think it's
Dave
funnier as a joke.
Yeah.
I think he meant it more as a joke to make him laugh. And in the sense of it being like a ha-ha funny joke, wearing a bald cap comes off funnier.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I think that's their friendship. And if Dave thinks it's funny and isn't offended, then, I don't know why so many people are so worked up over this.
Yeah.
Now, if you are somebody who has had cancer and are offended by this, then that is your right. Mm-hmm. Obviously. It's we don't know what that's like. Mm-hmm. But there are a ton of people getting upset for Dave Coulier that aren't in his position.
Right.
And he's like, it's fine. I think it's funny.
Right.
So this has taken the internet by storm. They're up in arms about John Stamos not actually shaving his head.
Right. And it's like, that's like not the important part of this story.
No, they're trying
it's
to
like,
have
you have
some
to, like, make an
laughs.
announcement, like have a laugh about it, trying to like get through. It's a very tough time for Dave to get through.
Mm-hmm.
And John Stamos is being a good friend, was there for him. They've been friends for a long time, and I think he appreciated that. And then it's just like, it's sad when that like takes a turn for Dave, and then he has to like put out a statement about it and the whole thing.
Right, and then it's like
spirals into something
and like
else.
He's dealing with some very serious stuff right now. He doesn't want to have to deal with backlash from the internet. Also for his friend, like
Right.
he's got some real life problems going on that he has to tackle.
Yeah.
Not whether or not people are mad on the internet about something him and his friend did together to make him feel better. Like
Right.
it was for him to feel better, and it did make him laugh. So I don't know. That was really crazy, honestly. Moving on, last topic. Kim Kardashian keeps flaunting her Tesla robots all over the internet. And let me tell you something. When these robots turn around and kill the Kardashians, it's going to be bad news. It's going to be bad news. When the evidence is out there.
You went with the strongest point first.
I did. I really went in with the strongest point first. Because my brain, when I think of robots, goes
It's
to
iRobot.
dark robot movies where the robots turn around and start demolishing human beings.
Look, that Tesla robot looked a lot like the iRobots.
They are very realistic robots.
Yeah.
And my brain went to the darkest thing. It's like the robots are in their home, and then what happens when something bad happens?
It's a level that is really quite scary, because they're just, the robots are just going to take over. They are. I hope I'm dead by the time that happens, to be honest.
Well,
But-
I don't know. It seems like it's happening at a rapid pace. And now they're in Kim Kardashian's home. And I am literally picturing like a scary movie parody play out where Kim's having a nice day, and all of a sudden the robot's eyes turn red and they just start attacking the Kardashians.
Ugh.
No, it's a dark thought. But
I don't really like all those thoughts of that kind of advanced robotics scares the shit out of me. So.
it's terrifying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it in like a ha-ha.
No,
I'm saying it in a this is terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
Kim should watch out.
I feel like they'd be surveilling me, you know?
Yeah, they're
Like they have a
recording
camera.
you.
Of course.
Elon Musk
Elon's
is just
getting all
watching.
your info.
Yeah, Elon Musk just has a camera in the Kardashian
Yeah,
house.
He's
that
just spying.
robot. Elon's got a feed right into their house.
The fact that it's that's actually probably true. Like Elon Musk is spying on
He's
the
like,
Kardashians.
hey, you guys like to... He's like, Trump, you want to watch the Kardashian feed right now? Like,
Yeah, Elon could probably see straight into anybody who's got a Tesla robot. He's got full access to.
My mind is blown right now because I'm like, what? Like the fact that you just said that just hit me. Like, oh my god, what if they're just spying on the Kardashians?
Yeah, and they're like, let's give these to all the powerful Hollywood people, and then we're going to spy on them.
That's
I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't.
that is some thought right there. That is some thought. Damn. I mean, that's crazy. Like these robots are terrifying.
Apparently, they're called Optimus.
Yeah, Optimus Prime, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that like the standard robot name?
Yeah.
So everyone names their robots.
Transformers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sick name.
Right. Sick. Couldn't come up with something original.
Oh man. Yeah. Fans
I
for a
wouldn't
new
let those-
Tesla Optimus robot friend.
I wouldn't let those robots around my kids.
I wouldn't want to be near it myself.
No, not even like obviously I don't want to be near myself, but these robots are in the same home as your kids too.
I know.
It's a terrifying thought. There's nothing funny and exciting about it. It's just scary.
I know.
We shouldn't be living in a world where real robots are taking place. Like
These
it
things
was
are
like
gonna-
when we were younger, it was like, oh my god, imagine we had robots, and it's like, wait, no, now we do have
And
robots.
it's not even like that shocking.
And
Like
we
I saw
know-
that video, I'm like, oh.
We know how the story
Yeah.
goes. The robots take over our jobs. They're then sitting in our place. They have a podcast. They have a very popular pop culture podcast.
Yep.
They're giving all the pop culture news, talking about other robots. We don't even exist anymore.
Yep.
They're talking about robots on the red carpet together. They're talking about new robot relationships. This is how deep it's going to get. So buckle up, everybody, for the robot takeover, starting with the Kardashians.
These robots are going to cost between $20,000 and $30,000
Per robot?
per robot. Yeah. During
bad.
Tesla's We Robot event, that's what they called it, We Robot event in October, rapper 2 Chainz had a one-on-one conversation with one of the futuristic machines that was later revealed a Tesla employee was controlling the robot remotely.
Oh yeah, that was the thing.
Remember
like,
that?
People thought they were just like operating on their own, but then there were just people like in the back controlling all them.
Yeah.
So there's somebody
It's
probably back at Tesla where Kim Kardashian thinks, "Oh, you're Hawaiian," she says to the robot. By the way, absurd thing to say to the robot. "Oh, you're Hawaiian." What?
I don't know, but
I don't know
once
what
you start
fucking
to
video
mi-
we're watching.
once you start to mix the robot with the AI and the AI and it's just, we'll have self-thinking robot, like it's a full-blown robot that'll just move around and think for itself, basically.
Imagine just walking down the street and you just see a robot walking towards you. Like,
He has
I mean,
carrying his briefcase, little top hat on.
yeah,
he's
it's ready to
When
go.
we were in LA, I was like on my phone and I looked up and whatever those things are.
Oh, those
and
those are everywhere.
I know that scared the shit out of me.
The
though.
robot delivery things.
Yeah.
Those are
Robot
also
delivery
scary.
guys, yeah.
I just can't help but think they're going to come to life. And I know that's like a movie plot, but
Yeah.
it's a fear of mine.
Yeah, super fair.
Have you ever seen that Ex Machina movie?
Yes.
Oh, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
Well,
Look, if humans can think of the ideas to make these robot movies, eventually the robots will learn for themselves.
Yeah, the robots are gonna watch the movies. And be
they're
like,
going to
oh,
be
this
like,
is a good
"Oh,
idea.
this is a good idea." No, I mean, it literally is like a parody scary movie. I say movie twice because the name of
Scary
scary
movie
movie is the name
yes,
scary
correct.
movie. Where they play the Kim Kardashian video of her being like, "Oh, you're Hawaiian," and doing the heart, and then all of a sudden the robot turns around and starts killing her.
Yeah.
Like it's literally a parody movie playing out.
I hate it.
It's terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
And I think she should stop flaunting her robots online.
I think that's fair.
I think she should stop flaunting her robots online because they're going to get a big head.
Well, Elon's watching her for sure, so.
The robots are going to get a huge head.
Yeah.
They're going to get all this fame and they're
Yep.
going to be like, then that's when they're going to
Right.
become evil.
Kim's robot specifically is going to get like millions of followers.
And then
Yeah.
and then they're just going to start a Kardashian robot family.
robot influencers.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
and the other robots are gonna be jealous of the influence
Yeah.
robots.
It's only a matter of time before
Robot
robots are telling us
influencers.
how to do our makeup.
For sure. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting all the ad deals. They're getting all the sponsors. Everything's taken away from us. They're wearing Abercrombie.
Yep.
It's the whole thing.
Yep.
All right. Well, that ends on a scary note.
I was going to say,
But I'm going to head to Niagara Falls in Canada before the
Right.
robots take over.
we're excited for the future.
Exactly.
Holiday party fails can turn into a great story that ends with a toast over Coors Light. Getting snowed in can turn into the ultimate movie marathon. It doesn't matter if the holidays don't go as planned when you choose chill and then reach for a Coors Light. When you embrace a chill mindset this holiday, it's a good time to choose chill and crack open a Coors Light. Coors Light is mountain cold refreshment, crisp and refreshing as the Rockies. You know, we're headed into Thanksgiving. We're just about there. Maybe the turkey didn't thaw in time. You're all delayed. Everybody's hungry. Everybody's cranky. Maybe, you have an uncle that you got into an argument with. Crack open a nice cold Coors Light. Embrace that chill mindset. Choose chill this holiday season and then reach for a Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door. Visit CoorsLight.com/chicks, or you can find it pretty much anywhere that sells beer. And always celebrate responsibly from Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
All right, let's get into the Pop Corner where we take your voicemails about your hottest takes, your opinions, whatever you want to talk about this week. Let's get into it.
Hey guys, love the pod. This is Angel from Michigan. I've never done this before.
I think we met Angel.
We did.
I just need to know your guys' opinion on Drew Barrymore and how close she gets to her guest. Because personally, I love Drew Barrymore, but she does give me the ick just a little bit when she is rubbing people's arms up and down and playing with their hair and like 3 inches away from their face. So I'm just curious what you think about it and how would you feel if you were a guest on her show? I know you guys have met her before and she was very nice, but I don't know. It's just a little too close for me. All right. Love ya. Bye.
Now, look, as people who have spent an afternoon with Drew Barrymore, I think those that really know Drew, like us, could say that that's just who Drew is, you know?
Right.
That's her. That's her in real life. That's her on the show. If you're lucky enough to know Drew like we know her.
Mm-hmm. If you're lucky enough to get that arm tickle from Drew, then you cherish it.
Let me tell you, take it.
But I'll say this. Coming from like the Martha Stewart of it all, like the situation that happened between her and Martha, like Martha is not somebody you are getting touchy-feely with. And
for sure.
And they are like both famous, right? Like we're not famous like Drew. So Drew touches my arm, I'm excited. I'm cherishing the moment. Drew touches Martha Stewart's arm, she's slapping her and saying, "Get the fuck off me." I feel like people seeing this for the first time and judging Drew Barrymore are looking at it from that positioning of being like, oh my God, Drew Barrymore is being so touchy-feely with these people right away.
Yeah.
Whereas like maybe they don't know the backstory of how they met, how long they've known each other. Like this is Drew's thing. This is what she does on the shows. So
I feel like Drew's just comes across very genuine, you know?
Yeah, if you're going on the show and your people are prepping you about Drew Barrymore, she's going to probably caress you.
Yeah.
And make you feel nice and safe.
And she's going to talk real close to your face.
And she's going to talk real close to your face. And that's kind of like what you're getting with Drew Barrymore. Martha Stewart, not that kind of person. Martha Stewart does not strike me as somebody who wants to be that close to somebody else at all.
Unless you're another gender, she said.
Yeah, she said, you're the wrong gender.
Yep.
But when Drew Barrymore slightly grazed my arm, it's a moment I'll never forget.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm not Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
Hi, Rian, Fran, and Noah. This is Jordan from Chicago. I am dying to know your thoughts on all of the recent Dancing with the Stars rumors. I feel like my TikTok For You page is just filled with rumors from Carrie Ann might be leaving as a judge after this season and being replaced, to people saying that there's so much hate for Julianne and that she might be replaced as a host. I even heard that Jen Tran might replace her as a host. So I don't know where all these rumors are coming from, but I am dying to know your thoughts. I also am seeing that Alan and Emma are maybe hooking up. So there's a lot of rumors happening on TikTok. Would love to hear your thoughts.
Jordan, would love to know what side of TikTok you're on that's saying Jen's going to be the new host of Dancing with the Stars. I haven't reached that side yet.
Me either.
I've certainly gotten the Alan and Emma stuff. I think that's been a rumor for a long time. There's always... I actually watched a whole video that somebody did on TikTok of like a deep dive of like Sasha and Emma's relationship and like just like Sasha's dating history on the show. But Emma and Alan have always seemed to be close, and like there's always been rumors that there was something going on like the last couple years. So that's look, it's definitely possible. As far as like switching up the judging, I hope they do. I think Carrie Ann is great, but I think like the show's evolving from the way that right now like social media is so behind it like it never has been before, I think. And I feel like if they want to hold on to that younger audience that they have right now, switching up the judges may be a good idea. Even if it's just like bringing in ex-pros and like keeping it in the family. I think people would love that because the pros know it so well, and it's been 20 years. It's like almost, it's like been a long time. So it's like if you want to keep Derek, like if you want to, maybe you throw in PETA or like another pro dancer that's been on the show for like a really long time. I know everybody loved when Mark was a guest judge. He was great. So they should probably switch. They could switch it up. I don't know if they will, but they could. As far as Jen being the next host, I don't know about that one.
I don't think that's a fit, but you're the expert, you know? You're the Dancing with the Stars expert, so I trust your opinion.
I just think that's, like, I mean, if that were to happen, fucking good for you, Jen. Like, that's a steal of the century. Julianne's always rubbed people the wrong way a little bit. I don't really know why. But even when she was like a pro, she like rubbed people the wrong way. So I don't know what it is, but I think she's good as a host. So I don't have any issues with her as a host.
I'll make one comment about Derek Huff, that him trying to like talk in cool lingo has to end.
Like what?
He's always done that. He's always
Like
done that.
he like one of the ones he said like, you ate and left no crumbs.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I was like, oh
Yeah.
no, this has to stop.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. I think there's a way to age down the judging a little bit, or just kind of like switch it up a little where it's pros on pros, because then the pros like understand more of what's going on. I mean, last week doing that, I mean, now it feels silly because the semifinals will have already happened at this point, but like doing the instant dance thing that they did was like fucking crazy. So they're obviously trying new things and changing different things, and like Carrie somebody spoke to Carrie Ann because she changed her tune big time. Everything was like flipped.
Right.
So
But never forget.
yeah. But if there's changes coming from the judging, I would not be surprised. I still really don't even know what's going on with Jen and Sasha. They seem to be together all the time, but like not actually together. I don't know. Jen went on Tish and Brandy Cyrus's show, and they like jokingly use the term boyfriend, and she was like, oh god, like don't let him hear that, like he'll freak out, like whatever. So I'm like, I feel like I don't know what's going on there, but I feel like she could be wanting something that I don't know if he's like all in for. It was also very deep. If you don't know the breakup reason between like Sasha and Emma are not that far apart in age, but when they got married, like when they split, a reason that Emma has said of why they split is because she just wasn't quite ready to have kids yet. It's not that she doesn't want to have kids, but she's just not at that time. She's not there right now. And that she didn't want to hold Sasha back from having that opportunity. So it's just kind of interesting to see like that kind of be this potential reason for a divorce, and then this be like his next relationship. I don't know if that makes sense. Because arguably some people would say, and I saw this like in a couple comments, that they're like, it's interesting. There has to be other reasons, because arguably of like her looking out for Sasha's timeline, you know, could take longer for him to be divorced, single, dating, find somebody, get like have a kid that way, like could still be the same amount of time. So I don't know, just interesting. Yeah.
Hi, Rhea and Fran. This is Colby. First, I had a great time at your Detroit show recently.
Yay.
But second, I need your opinion. I feel like I have a tendency to ship couples in movies and TV shows that like shouldn't end up together. So, for example, I always wanted Troy to end up with Sharpay, and like I wanted Hermione to be with Harry instead of Ron, and Serena to be with Nate from Gossip Girl. And those obviously aren't the people they end up with. So I need to know from your opinions, do you have any like fictional couples you shipped, but that's not what's meant to be? Super curious. Thank you guys. Bye.
That's a good question. I feel like the one that originally comes to mind is Lucas and Peyton, because he was always with somebody else, but like
but then they ended up.
They
do
end up together. So it's like, okay, they do end up together. So you
Yeah.
kind of were like rooting for the thing that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
But that's like the one that comes to my mind. But like, I was never rooting for like Sharpay and Troy to be together.
You know, I was really a big
But like, I loved Chuck and Blair so much, but obviously they end up together. So it's like,
I think you're naming people who are together.
I'm just naming the ones of the people that I was a fan of that ended up together.
No, I think I really rooted for. Why am I spacing on Nina Dobrev's? What is her name?
In the Vampire
Yeah.
Diaries?
Elena.
Oh, Elena.
I'm like, I was big Elena and Stefan, like big, and it took me a while to come around to like first watch, like when I was watching the show when it was on TV. Like, I did not like her and Damon together at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, hated it.
Oh,
Hated it.
man.
I was like so pro Damon.
You were pro Stefan.
No, yeah, so pro Stefan. And then watching it again, I like my tune completely shifted. I also think them, like, once I realized they were dating in real life, I mean, that happened while they were obviously on the show, but I was very Elena and Stefan. Another one that ruffles some feathers is Gilmore Girls. And I think I've jumped around, but everyone has always, and you change as you get older. Like, now I see it.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was watching the show, and even probably up to like when I was rewatching it in college, and even those times when I would rewatch it, I wanted Rory and Dean to be together so badly. I don't know what it was that I loved about Rory and Dean, and that was just so wrong. Like, it was just so wrong. But at the time watching it, like, I was like, I love Rory and Dean. I tend to hold on to the first love in a TV show, movie, like, story. Is like when they flip to somebody else, I'm like, no, so go back to the first guy. But then, it's not that. That's not normally the case. But
I think a classic one is like Team Jacob. It was so hardcore Team Jacob.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I'm on that.
Yeah, it's so hardcore Team Jacob.
yeah,
I mean,
totally.
She'd be alive.
You know what? This is like so not in the same realm of shows we're talking about, but in Friends, when Rachel and Joey get together, is my least favorite storyline. It didn't make sense at all. And now I'm like still opposite, but it's like it didn't fucking make sense at all for Rachel and Joey to get together.
Yeah.
It was like, no, in no world is this actually happening.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Here's one, Emily in Paris. I'm probably one of the only people that, for like even part of the last few seasons, like, wanted it to work with Gabrielle. Now, granted, when they threw in this hot Italian at the end of the last season, I'm all for that. But they had me, like, there's still a small part of me that roots for him and her to be together, even though, like, logically they should not. He kind of sucks. Not kind of, he does suck. So, but there's still something that I held on to there, where if they did end up together, I'd be low-key be kind of happy.
I have a dark one. I mean, Lucy and Steven and Tell Me Lies. It's like, they're so fucking horrible. You might as well be together.
No, right.
like they both suck.
Yeah. So fair.
It comes to a point, it's like, you two maybe deserve each other.
Yeah.
Hi, guys. First things first, I just want to say that I was at the Detroit show and had so much fun.
Yay.
I truly experienced starstruck for the first time when I saw Marty and Noah. You guys killed it.
I forgot about that. I didn't put that in for that.
My hot take is Taylor Swift. And I'm 50% a Swiftie myself, so this is why it's a hot take. But I feel like I haven't seen an interview in the last 2 years or so where, whether it's the movie industry, the music industry, where the interviewer has not asked a single question about Taylor Swift. It's always, what's your favorite song? What's your favorite era? What's your favorite this to Taylor Swift? And I think these celebrities are sick of it. No one's going to stand up to Taylor Swift, so they're just going to take all these questions. And I want to know what you guys think. All right, thanks. Bye.
I think that is so completely fair, and it's also something I think when I'm watching an interview that has nothing. If it has to do with Taylor Swift, ask the Taylor Swift questions. But if you're on the red carpet for Gladiator II, there is no reason that somebody should be asking about Taylor Swift, in my opinion. Like, if it has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Like, there are times where it's so out of place, and you're like, why is this being asked right now? This makes zero sense. This has nothing to do with the movie, TV show, anything they're promoting. They have no relation to Taylor. They haven't talked about her once, and they just randomly ask a random celebrity about Taylor Swift. I'm kind of with you. I'm like, this is so random. If there's a tie to Taylor, or there's a way to loop it in, then I totally understand, because it's like the biggest thing happening right now. So it's like easy to loop that into a question when it makes sense. But when it doesn't fit, I'm with you. I'm like, this is random.
Yeah, I fought like more in the middle ground where this, like, it doesn't really bother me as much. I get it. It's probably overdone for sure, but she's the biggest star in the world. So I just feel like it's relevant right now. So when interviewers are trying to ask celebrities like just current, more pop culture takes, they have to do like quick. They're on a carpet where they get maybe 45 seconds with somebody, and you're supposed to be asking like quick, rapid fire questions. I think like weirdly enough now a go-to is like what era are you? Like, you know, like it's just like what's your zodiac sign? Like that's just like how it's how it's like almost turned into a little bit. So it doesn't bother me too much, but yeah, it is interesting when it's like on a carpet that it just there's no connection whatsoever to Taylor Swift, and they mix in a Taylor Swift question. But it's also just like, it's just what's so hot right now. I'm not saying it's not annoying, but it's so hot right now where it's gonna, as an interviewer, like and you're on a red carpet, like you're hoping to get something that gets picked up. You want like your interaction to go viral. You want a story to be made, and Taylor Swift pays the bills.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's not really about me finding it annoying. Like, I couldn't care less about what people are asked about on a red carpet. I think on a celebrity standpoint, like if you're an actor or actress and you're getting asked these questions, I would imagine some of them are like, ask me something about myself.
Yeah,
like what Taylor Swift thinks. Like, is she like, why do they keep bringing me up? Or is she like,
I bet Taylor Swift is also like, why are they asking Paul Mescal questions about, you know what I'm saying? Like for them, I'm thinking like if I'm in their shoes, like,
right?
Oh, this is
but
my
it's also
movie.
Like some people just bring up Taylor Swift on the carpet too. Like some,
Yeah, well,
that's like
if it fits, it fits.
Yeah.
But there's
I'm talking about like celebrities. Sometimes
celebrities
like,
bringing it up, and then you ask a question, then it fits.
Yeah,
sure. I think it's just like when it's totally random.
Yeah,
like you're asking Hugh Grant, like his errors. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, for
then
sure.
It's like Hugh Grant. We all know Hugh Grant is someone talking about
Hugh, no. He'd probably be like, shut up.
Right. Yeah. I think it's just where it fits. All right. That wraps up the Pop Corner. Rakuten is the smartest way to save money when you shop because you earn cash back at over 3,500 stores. We're talking fashion, beauty, electronics, home essentials, travel, dining, concert tickets, and more. Your favorite stores like Macy's, Urban Outfitters, and Saks pay Rakuten to send them shoppers, and Rakuten then passes on a part of that payment to its members as cash back. Cash back is deposited directly into your PayPal account, or Rakuten can send you a check. You can even maximize your savings by stacking cash back on top of other deals like store sales and coupons. You're already shopping at your favorite stores, so why not save while you're doing it? It's a no-brainer. Get the Rakuten app now and join the 17 million members who are already saving. Cashback rates change daily. You can see Rakuten.com for details. That's Rakuten. Your cash back, it really adds up. All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. We cannot wait to see you guys in Buffalo. We hope you have a fantastic week, and we'll talk to you on Friday.